Hey, good afternoon everyone, it's Matt Levchenko, and I wanted to shoot a quick video here to talk about another amazing opportunity in our market, and that is for sale by owners. Right now with listing inventory really low, one of the better opportunities that realtors have these days is getting in touch with for sale by owners and helping them out. So what makes a for sale by owner attractive for a realtor? Well, number one is they've already raised their hand that they want to sell. Number two is most of them are already willing to work with buyer's agents, so getting a commission on the buy side is already out there. So creating a relationship with them should be pretty easy because their phone numbers are out there and they've already said realtors are welcome. The third is that there's usually quite a few of them out that are on Craigslist or for salebyowner.com, and they're readily available, so you always have a source of leads to call. So if they're so good, so why aren't more agents listing for sale by owners? Well, after surveying some individuals, one of the three most common reasons that people don't do for sale by owners is that they may have prospected for sale by owners at one time, and then they had someone who was frustrated and was mean to them on the phone. So that poor agent now believes that every single for sale by owner they're going to call is going to scream at them or hang up at them or sound kind of annoyed or frustrated. So for sale by owners are mean. One of the other reasons is they just don't have a system in place to keep in touch with them over time. So they'll contact a for sale by owner, they'll get in for a preview, they'll start a relationship and start talking, but because they don't have a system in place to tell them what to do and when, they just kind of fall off and just forget about them, which is horrible. The other thing, the third biggest reason why agents don't convert for sale by owners into listings is they don't have a plan in place as far as items of value, giving something of value to the for sale by owners. So I want you to keep in mind several stats as well, and if you want to read a little bit more deeply into these, there's a link in the blog down below that you can go to. Few of the main stats to keep in mind, and this is why I chose for sale by owners when I was actively selling real estate, is number one, 94% of for sale by owners just never sell. They either cancel, they stay put, or end up listing with an agent. So of the 6% that do sell, they mainly sell to a friend or a family member or someone in the neighborhood within like the first week or two. After the first week or two, if a for sale by owner hasn't sold, they're probably not gonna. Of those that actually did sell, they ended up getting about 11% less than a comparable home sold by a professional in the area. And in regards to obstacles, for sale by owners, they have two really big obstacles. Number one is pricing the property right. A lot of times for sale by owners will think that what they paid plus what they put into it equals what they should sell it for. Well, we all know that that's not the case. Real estate, it's like a commodity. Sometimes you buy high and then the market dictates what it sells for. It has nothing to do with what you paid, what you put into it, what you think it's worth, what you need to get out of it, etc. And then the other biggest obstacle that for sale by owners have is understanding and executing the paperwork in a transaction. We know that it's pretty complicated. So there are things that you can provide and offer as an agent for sale by owners that they just don't have or have trouble with. So let's talk about three things that you could do really quickly to get you in a position to start having some real good success with for sale by owners. So the first one, and this is probably the biggest one that most people miss or get misconstrued, is actually come from a place of contribution. When I went and spoke with for sale by owners, my goal was to help them in any way possible, and if that's to help them sell themselves, great. Well, then maybe they need me on the buy side, on the other side. But my goal really was to try to help them sell their home, whether that's me bringing a buyer, whether that's giving them information to sell, or whatever. And sellers can read that. They really can tell whether you're being serious or not. The second one is have your information ahead of time. Remember, we talked about the items of value. So that could be something like tips for staging, some tips for online marketing and Craigslist advertising, how to use Facebook and social media to attract attention to the property, and other things. Because really, let's be real, the main reason that for sale by owners don't sell behind being priced wrong is that there's no marketing. Nobody even knows they're there. So they might be priced right, but unless somebody happens to drive by their house, they're basically invisible. And the third this one should be a no-brainer, but it's not, is actually do what you're going to say you do. If you say that you're going to follow up every week, then do it. Follow up every week. When I would leave a for sale by owner from the first appointment, I would always say, and feel free to use this script, is, hey, Mr. and Mrs. for sale by owner, now that I visited your property and give you a couple tips, is it okay if I just check in with you every week to see if you're still for sale? Because I want to keep my for sale by owner database up to date. So is it okay if I give you a call on like every Monday just to see like where you're priced and if you're still on the market? Is that cool? And usually they're like, yeah, that'd be great. So guess what? You just have the okay to call every single week. So don't drop the ball. A lot of people get freaked out or whatever. They say, well, I'm bothering them, etc. They gave you the okay. So take those 3 tips, get started, get into action, get calling on for sale by owners, because for sale by owners, FSBO, also stands for the fastest source of business opportunity. So if you have any questions or you want to set up a private consultation one-on-one, feel free to contact me via the link down below, or you can email me directly at matl@kw.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks, everyone.